Coming up on today's show, we look back at all the drama from the quarter-final clashes. Talk with Monaco's human highlight reel Chris Evans about his season best dunks. And although he didn't make the cut this week, we check out the top 10 plays of the round. It's been a season of high drama and incredible action, and with only 8 teams remaining, all eyes were now on the hunt for a spot in the Final Four.
Halfway line is good!
Behind the back pass! Put it on the highlight reel!
Kicks it out, puts a 3, oh baby, oh baby!
Two of the competition's heavyweights clashed in Van Diemen as Banvit welcomed AS Monaco. The French side were looking for revenge, having been beaten in the semi-finals last year by the Turks. It was tight in that semi and the same here. There was nothing between the sides at the end of the first quarter. The tide turned halfway through the second, and it was Monaco who hit first, cementing a 6-point lead at the break.
Wide open Evans, banks in the 3. Boy, the 3s are falling from Monaco.
DJ Cooper was the driving force behind the Monaco performance. He hit a double-double on the night to edge his team towards a vital away win.
Cooper, again! Don't tell me he's not one of the best point guards in this competition.
Banvit rallied in the final quarter, but it wasn't enough as Monaco took an 8-point lead back to France.
Yeah, we definitely got the win. It definitely feels good, but in reality, it's really only halftime. We understand the second game is even more important because it's the second half of the phase. So we definitely want to come out and just execute our game plan.
We are ready for the second game. We have a couple points deficit, but I think with a good defense, we can catch up and qualify for the Final Four.
Tough game, really tough game. I think they will play hard for sure, and they will try to slow down the tempo of the game. We just need to make our game and win again at home.
Good evening, folks. Welcome to Monaco. This is the Basketball Champions League. It's the second leg between Banvit in the green and Monaco in the white.
Gerald Robinson started Game 2 on fire, hitting 5 threes and scoring 19 points in the first quarter to pace Monaco to a 28-15 start.
Robinson, and now the three-pointer. And Robinson, he's basically saying, we want to end this thing now.
Banvit displayed their resilience and wouldn't give up the quarter-final, storming back with a 27-9 second quarter.
They are right back in it.
They led by 5 going into the break, cutting the overall lead to just 3 points for Monaco, with it all to play for. The game tightened up in the third, with neither side giving an inch. DJ Cooper once again came up big for the French side, setting up a tense fourth quarter. Banvit needed to score 5 more than Monaco in the final 10 minutes, but it wasn't to be, and despite being the first team to beat Monaco in the Principality, Banvit would be heading home and Monaco would move on to the Final Four.
I'm really proud of our guys. We fought hard tonight, especially at a tough team, tough arena, away on the road. We just decided before the game that we're not going to give up at any point, and we kept fighting. The young guys came in, they did a good job, they gave us some energy, and we fought hard, but we came up short.
It is weird, you know, celebrating after a loss, even though it's a 1-point loss, but that's the way the series is with the point aggregate. We just had to stay focused and keep our eyes on the prize. Basketball's a game of runs. It's always going to be up and down. So the good thing is, I mean, I guess we did have the point advantage in this situation.
I have to praise this team and my players. We had some young kids in rotation, 19 years old guys who really helped us also today. We have to congratulate to better team today, which was Monaco.
I think we absolutely deserve to go to Final Four. This is the main things. Then we play basketball for all these people around to enjoy in the basketball. I think we do a good job.
That win sees AS Monaco once again through to the Final Four, but it also sees the man many have called the human highlight reel make his finals debut.
Royce on the route, throws it up! And there, the finish from Evans.
Oh my word! What a huge dunk that was!
Despite being the player to receive the plaudits, Chris Evans believes his teammates have been crucial to his success this season.
I'm an athletic player, so I think anytime I'm able to play with guys like Kraft, Gerald Robinson, you know, DJ Cooper, he's probably the best passing point guard I ever played with. So they make it easy for me. I just run the floor, and they look for me, and you know, it brings highlights and energy to our team.
Gets it, and oh, what a play by Evans! Catches the ball off the backboard and a reverse jam.
I think the one in Russia, when Gerald threw it off the backboard, that was probably my favorite one of my favorite ones. The play before, it was, I thought he was going to do it, but a defender came, so when he threw it off the backboard this time, I was surprised.
We'll have to wait and see if he can recreate this magic in the Final Four. Now we look back at last season's quarter-final drama with Banvit versus MHP Riesen Ludwigsburg.
Welcome everyone to the final night of action before the Final Four in the Basketball Champions League. Orlik puts the ball on the floor, attacks the heart of the defence and finds Vidmar for the big dunk. Orlik drawing the attention of two, fading away, shooting over the top of the defence and knocking it down. Bounce pass to Coley! Oh my word! What a dunk! Swung around to the corner here to Trice, who puts it up. Contested three will drop. Rocky Trice with a big blow to Banvit. 57 seconds to play. Oh, and the turnover. Cooley grabbed the ball. Look what it means. Jack Cooley forcing the turnover. And MHP Riesen now within sight of the Final Four. Hopmaz, the three, gets it to drop. The Basketball Champions League dream still alive for Banvit. Shot clock down to the final seconds. Here goes Drew Crawford inside. He gets a good look. Can't get the bounce though. And the rebound grabbed by Murich. 5 seconds to try and win it here. A place in the Final Four on the line. Jordan Theodore puts it in off the glass. What a play from their main man. Turkish delight in Ludwigsburg. Banvit are going to the Basketball Champions League Final Four in the most dramatic of circumstances.
MHP Riesen were looking to put last season's heartbreak behind them when they welcomed fellow German side Medi Bayreuth to Ludwigsburg. Hoping to make home advantage count in leg one, Riesen took control early.
Nearly kicks it, walk up, sells that fake again, goes all the way! Power finish from walk up.
John Patrick's team hold the upper hand domestically after a big BBL win back in December, and it was certainly looking good here too. The half-time lead was extended to 11 points midway through the third quarter.
Oh, what a feed! And Cook is open. Elgin Cook just sneaks along the baseline.
But Bayreuth fought back, thanks in part to an impressive three-point shooting performance from starman Gabe York.
Beirut to York, quick fire three, Gabe York knocks down another one, third three.
The visitors went on to outscore their opponents by 10 in the final quarter to take a 5-point advantage back to Bayreuth in a big upset.
They play really hard. You know, any lead that we get is not safe until, 40 minutes is up.
I mean, obviously it's a tough game. We know each other from the league. We play against each other 2 times a year, so it's no secrets here, and we just have to be ready, have to key in on their players. 5
points down and playing away from home, the odds were stacked against MHP Riesen Ludwigsburg going into the second leg. John Patrick's side had failed to capitalise on home court advantage in the previous fixture, and now would face a boisterous audience in Bavaria. Medi Bayreuth had overcome all the odds to qualify for the quarter-final stage and could sense that the Final Four was in touching distance. There was little to separate the teams in the first half, with Kieran Johnson catching the eye for Ludwigsburg.
Johnson again all the way! Kieran Johnson leading the charge here as he has 10 points personal
The third quarter was also a cagey affair. Only 2 points separated the sides going into the fourth. James Robinson was Bayreuth's key player on the night and would end the game with 19 points.
Pulls up, that's his range, Robinson.
However, the sides were neck and neck with 1 quarter remaining. Ludwigsburg guard Justin Sears came alive, scoring 13 of his 15 points.
Johnson goes up high. Sears trying to find some room. Is fouled and gets it to go! What a fourth quarter from him!
With Sears' efforts being supported by 16 points from Kieran Johnson, as well as Ludwigsburg managing to neutralise Bayreuth star man Gabe York. MHP overcame the 5-point deficit and defeated their German rivals 89-77. Victory over Bayreuth means that Ludwigsburg are now the first ever German side to compete in the Final Four.
If you had told me before you're going to finish in the top 8, I would have taken this right away. Now, of course, I'm disappointed we didn't make it to the Final Four, but that's natural.
It means a lot, you know. Like I said, we worked hard. We had a ton of games, and we overcame a lot. And you know, we didn't make excuses, and we got it done.
It's huge. We're the first German team to make it to the Final Four, so it's we made a little history here, and just pumped about it.
It was crazy. Everyone was happy, smiling, you know, taking pictures.
We also feel like we have a great shot to bring home the cup, so, you know, I feel like we're not done.
Still to come on today's show. We look back to the remaining quarter-final clashes. Talk with Pina Kasiakis, DJ Kennedy and Jared Jones about their impressive seasons. And show you the best plays of the round in our top 10. The Athens crowd were in full force for Ike when they played host to SIG Strasbourg. The French side came into this first leg oozing confidence, having already beaten Ike twice this season. But it was the Greeks that started stronger, leading by 13 points partway through the second quarter.
Look for his options, puts it on the floor, needs a pass. The Sakota, mid-range for 2. This looks like it's going up. In the lane, floated for 2 is good.
Strasbourg fought back after the break and took the lead in the third, helped by a strong showing from French international Louis Labouré.
Ray with a 3. Knocks it down. The 28-year-old Labouré, living by jump shots in the second half. Now's another one.
But the home crowd got behind Ike down the stretch. Clement Punter rose to the occasion. Half of his 14-point haul came in the fourth quarter.
Oh, Anopoulos wraps it wide open for 3. Got it! Punter just lines it up and knocks it down.
Ike finished with a 9-point lead to take to France.
Best friends in Europe, for sure. You know, I'm just happy we was able to, you know, protect our home court, but we got to stay focused and just win one more game and on to the Final Four.
Strasbourg knew exactly what they had to do in the reverse fixture at home if they wanted to make it to the Final Four. But they were under no illusions that overcoming a 9-point deficit would be a tough task. Despite Vincent Collet's men receiving a rapturous reception from their home crowd, hundreds of Greek fans had invaded the east of France, creating a deafening sound inside the Rena Sport Gym. The game began with Ike continuing from where they left off, as they increased their aggregate score by 4 points after the first quarter.
Beautiful bounce pass spreading the eye of the needle, and Vince Hunter rocks the rim.
Nevertheless, the French side were undeterred and took the lead in the third, thanks in part to a standout performance once again by Louis Labouré.
It rolls and drops for Labouré.
And by their Bulgarian international D. Bost.
D. Bost. Will he shoot again? Step back 3. D. Bost a hat-trick of 3s in the third. D. Bost has bossed the out defence.
Although Strasbourg continued to push to overcome a 6-point deficit going into the fourth. Dusan Sakota found his range from distance just at the right time.
It's a 4-point lead, but a 5-point deficit on aggregate as Sakota hits back-to-back threes and an Ike spike to the Strasbourg Soul.
And turn the tide in favour of Ike. A solid team display from the Greeks, which saw 5 of their players reach double figures, including an 18-point haul from Kevin Punter. That saw the tie end 83-all and ensured that Ike booked a place in the Final Four in May.
It's unreal. After this kind of season for us, I mean, it's really unbelievable. First that we even made it through the group the way that we did, and then after the tough matchup with Nymburk, and now this, really unbelievable, remarkable feeling, very proud.
We knew what we had to do coming in here. We knew it was going to be a tough environment, but we stayed together and we pulled it out. In the back of my mind, I felt like we still had a cushion, but still had to keep our composure, continue to play, continue to score.
Key of the game was at the end when Sakota hit those 2 threes. Defensively, we can't make those type of mistakes in a game that's that important. We had chances at the end, but it's difficult when it's only 2 minutes left, so those 2 key shots hurt us the most.
We return to our BCL memories with Umana Rea Venezia versus Pina Kasiaka.
Well, the second leg is finally poised after Kasiaka won the first leg last week by just a slender 74-71 point margin. Ejim thought about it as well. Instead, the extra pass and the dunk by Peric. Once again, Josh Owens. Comes down to Dree, he's got it to get away, which he does, and he makes it as well. Extra pass, back to her boy Peric, throws it out, Ejim for 3, gets it. Melvin Ejim in transition, is joining the highlight reel again. 30 seconds remaining. Peric, great pass, oh yes! This sellout crowd here certainly played their part, but it's an enthralling game, and look how much it means.
Pina Kasiaka welcomed UCAM Murcia to Izmir, hoping to avoid a repeat of last year's quarter-final heartbreak. Kasiaka may have had a psychological advantage after winning both of their group stage games earlier in the season, but it counted for nothing as Murcia hit them hard from the off.
Ferguson bounce pass, dunk from big man Ogisoko.
The Spaniards surprised the defending champions Iberostar Tenerife in the last round. And another upset was very much on as they took a 19-point lead into the break. The home side fought back in the third quarter.
Over to Jones again. Good! Second three-pointer.
But it wasn't enough to raise the Murcia lead. Brazilian Augusto Lima had a huge night for the Spanish team, grabbing 24 points.
And the pass inside, and Lima scores.
The impressive away performance, seeing the Spanish side travel home with a 14-point lead.
They got the better of us in the first game of the playoffs, so we just want to come out here and play as hard as we can and as well as we can, and hopefully the outcome will take care of itself.
Everybody's excited to play, but there's a good team, so we can't relax. We know they can score a lot of points, so we're just focused to win the game today.
We're very confident. We know during the regular season we was able to beat them at home, and we know what it takes to win.
The passionate home fans were fired up and enjoying the unexpected ride, having barely scraped into the playoffs in the first place. They would need every decibel if they were to hold off a dangerous Pina Kasiaka, who boasted a lineup featuring a formidable offence.
If you're looking for a surprise package in the Basketball Champions League, look no further than Murcia.
Murcia started off brightly and raced out to an 18-12 lead, thanks in large part to forward Ovisoko, who pounded the ball inside early and often.
Now the drive and the basket is good from Soko.
Kasiaka were able to close the gap in the second thanks to the strong play of BCL leading scorer DJ Kennedy.
He goes behind his back, takes the bump and makes the shot.
But they still had it all to do, going into half-time trailing by 16 on aggregate. The Turkish side took the lead in the third quarter, threatening a dramatic comeback.
Kennedy, boy, he is tremendous, isn't he?
Despite leading in the game, they would still need a big finish to overturn the hole they dug themselves into in the first encounter.
Waters for three!
Murcia were having none of it though and closed the door with a 29-point fourth quarter to win the game and comfortably pull off the upset, looking like a team no one wants to face in the Final Four.
So they've knocked off the defending champions, and now they've won against P&R Karşıyaka. You have to say they've got every chance to win the title.
Like everybody fight for one thing together, and this makes the team more complete.
Just a great feeling to make it to the Final Four with all the support that we have from the fans.
They were active the whole game, yelling before the game, cheering before the game, and cheering all throughout the game. They helped us a lot.
It was amazing. I think that's the craziest I've seen this gym since I've been here in 2 years.
Because if we want to do something big in this club, we need the fans to help us out as much as we can possible in every game.
Despite being eliminated by Murcia in the quarter-final, Jared Jones and DJ Kennedy have enjoyed standout seasons for P&R Karşıyaka. The American pair are the two top scorers in the competition, and when we caught up with them in Turkey, it was clear they have nothing but respect for one another.
It's amazing. He creates a lot of opportunities for me as well. He draws a lot of attention from the defense. Playing beside him, has been really effective this year.
Two different players, but we both have a feel for scoring. So far, we've been able to have success. Teams haven't really been able to find a way to stop both of us at the same time.
For all the players, I've played with, he's one of the guys who can kind of get his hand on everything on the court. Rebounds, plays defense, scores, gets assists. So it's been really good playing with him this year.
We helped one another as far as just being able to get one going for each other.
Jones got it! The three!
And the drive and the basket from Kennedy.
He does different things than I do. He's a big man, I'm a guard. He can shoot for a big man, has a lot of mismatches.
He's a guy who, can get to the basket from anywhere on the court. I think we both have a talent and knack for, getting the ball in the rim.
Our thing is just being able to score as many points for us to win. So I think that's really what it's all about, winning.
Here he is, drives in for the dunk. Oh yes, talking about upgrade. Right at the end, Evans puts it up, and the three-pointer is good at the buzzer. Good heavens, Chris Evans. Thomas puts it on the deck, pump fake, drills it. You gotta love the pump fake, and then the spin.
Abali with a big finish.
Beautiful bounce pass, spreading the eye of the needle, and Vince Hunter rocks the rim. The bounce pass from Delroy James between two defenders.
Kicks it, Walkup sells that fake again, goes all the way! How a finish for Walkup!
Now Banich trying to post up. Quick pass to Jones, and he gets rejected by Lima. This is my house, Lima says. Cooper passes down low, and Evans goes up. What is the game like without a dunk from Evans? Now the pass to Tumba. Oh, goodness me, has he been good tonight or what? That was a slam. Big time.
Brock Sears snatches in the ball up high. Crowd delighted.
Best fans in Europe. Whoa, that'll be great. I'm praying for that one.
And it looked like Dusan's wish came true as the iconic Greek capital will play host to the Final Four. With the stage now set, we'll see you next time in Athens.
Drives in for the dunk. Oh, yes. They're advancing to the Final Four.
The first German team Final Four.
UCAM Murcia, you have to say, they've got every chance.
Ike will go all the way to the Final Four.